Hey, what's going on, y'all? As I always say, it's a pleasure and an honor and a privilege to be able to get on here. And y'all have to forgive me. I would have done this video on my YouTube channel, but like I said, I'm having some technical difficulties trying to do this video. But besides that, I am actually here to talk about my 2-year anniversary as a YouTuber. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop in and put this in the topic. So you guys take your time, and like I said, just tune in when you're ready, and hey, just take your time, man. All right, there we go. So like I said, you guys take your time, and like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into of course, the message. But for some of you all don't know, it was within, I believe, sometime 2 years ago that I had actually just started my channel. And within the time, I've already had a YouTube account. I just never decided to go forward with actually doing something about it. So in the terms of me doing so, I figured like I had to find a better way to not only just use Instagram as my only platform. So I guess you could say God gave me the ability to finally recognize and realize that there was at some point I didn't have to continue to keep doing Instagram all the time, because at that time I had only just done that. So I guess you could say God was giving me a better opportunity as to open my minds to other, platforms besides just doing just one, to multitask my ability as a motivational influencer. So at that time, I will say, I kind of felt like I was, wondering why at some point why I was just continuing to just do only Instagram and Instagram only. So I guess I felt at some point I just had to go ahead and do something else. And I can only say that I have not turned back since doing this. I've been thrilled, I've been grateful, and I've also appreciate all the love and support I've been receiving from everybody on YouTube. And of course, everyone who I do follow and I do subscribe to their channels. And like I said, I'm grateful for all of you all. And even if some of you all who are on here that are on Instagram that have your own YouTube channels that I continue to support, I just want to once again thank you all for not only just the love you guys continue to show me, but also I'm grateful and very, very grateful and appreciative of any and everything else that you guys continue to motivate me to keep on going, besides just what it is God is truly giving me as a speaker. But like I said, I'm always grateful to be able to hop in here whenever I can. I'm always excited to continue to keep doing this, because there is no reason for me to stop now, knowing that I've gotten this far. And by all means necessary, I will never intend to stop, once again, motivating people in their minds and their abilities to be able to continue to keep knowing that if God has given you something to do in your lifetime, once you start what it is that He's showing you within your gift and your passion and that purpose, it will only continue to open more doors to more things that you could have ever imagined. Like I said, in many, many years, God, I never thought I would ever be doing this. I never saw this in my future. But I can say that I am grateful that I did actually turn around and open my eyes into doing this. But like I said, from day one, I never saw me finally looking into doing a YouTube channel, even though I had a YouTube account. Not only that, but I continued to keep on going. And within the timing of it all, I have truly been so humble throughout this entire process. And not only that, but it's only pushed me to continue to remind myself every bit of the process is what's strengthening me to acknowledge the fact that that future that God has opened up for me to not only go forward with, but that just shows there's more things within my life. Not only my life, but what I do, and not only that, but that there is people that do care. Not only just does he care, not only does my family care, my friends, and any and everybody that's continued to support me from day one. I'm just really appreciative, guys, because I really am so happy to keep doing this. Because all this will continue to do is allow me to do what I need to do as not only as a motivational influencer, but to also possibly see what other opportunities that I have in the real world. And not only that, but just to think about it. And surprisingly, it's and funny thing is, I was actually just talking to my cousin about this just yesterday. And surprisingly, it actually excited me that what I was doing, and when we started communicate, it kind of was just like, a happy and a good positive thing. And not only that, but I just wanted to continue to just be thrilled to continue to talk more and more to him about what I'm doing with this, and he's able to give me some advice, about once again what I was doing as a motivational speaker. And like I said, I was very helpful for that. But I'm also here to not only just talk more about just me, but I'm truly happy for anybody out there that has a gift, that you have a purpose, a passion for anything in life. I'm truly happy for you not being able to quit when life has continued to be so hard on you, but not only that, but the things that you continue to experience that have gotten so stressful, so hard for you. I just want to tell you all, that is always considered to be a life lesson. But if you don't understand the life lessons and the understanding as to why you have to go through that, then you won't see the bigger picture and the purpose of it. When God puts you through things, it's never to, as I always stated before, God does not put you through things to punish you, but it's to motivate you to understand you're not going to get to where you're trying to get to on an easy step ladder. You understand? And anything that you do in life, do understand and realize he's not just finna just give you exactly what it is that you've been praying and asking of him just because you're his child. Sometimes in your life, you got to understand, God has to you do not only have to see the work within yourself, but he has to see the work within you as well. No matter what you do in life, don't ever think that, just because he's giving you something that immediately it's going to just happen. No. It takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of patience. It takes tons of faith. But it also takes a lot of consistency and commitment to not only start something, but maintain throughout all of that, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult, and no matter how unconfusing it can be sometimes. Every day I get up, as well as I'm happy that my family gets up. But I'm also thrilled and happy to pray that hope everybody else gets up. Because we are all not just individuals just waking up within the day. We're obviously waking up for something because there's something in our life that has not completely been finished. And I've spoken about this in many occasions, but it's just a true scenario. Every day you get up, there's a new chapter within that week or within that day that you've been given. Not only so is that, but I'm happy to tell you all, don't stop when you're only getting closer. But the part of you getting closer is that you're understanding, wait a minute, I've gotten this far. So let's just keep on walking to see how this goes. Or let's just keep running this to see how it turns out. Because there's nothing in this world that God has made impossible for you that you aren't already possibly given to do. And the thing about me, man, I don't even have to know you, or better yet, as long as we're able to uplift each other for all the right reasons. I mean, sometimes in life we're so focused on each other that the beauty of life is by being able to share what it is that you feel amongst yourself, amongst others. You never know the type of things or as far as what you do in life that can impact and help somebody else out. You never know. But if you're not actually going to understand what it is that you're trying to do, then all you're continuing to do within your lifetime is settle for the short end of the stick. You're continuing to only do things that you feel comfortable doing only because you do not want to challenge yourself to better. And you think that just because better is a little harder, that you don't want to do it because, hey, it's too hard. Dang, every time I'm doing something 1 minute, I got to learn something else. Well, that's the point of multitasking your abilities. Because you can't continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Because then all you're going to do is get comfortable with doing that, and you're not going to want to challenge yourself when you need to challenge it, when you need to take on a challenge. Think about it. There's a lot of people in this world that don't want to do the things that they need to, because they figure all it takes is just to envision something and boom, that's what's supposed to happen. Well, it's going to take a lot more than that. But then you're going to have to maintain your commitment. You can't just start something and then immediately within a couple of days, boom, you stop going forward with it. I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to often give you guys a prime example. There are a lot of people, when it comes to pain, they allow the pain to hurt them so much that they don't want to continue to keep challenging themselves throughout the pain. And when they feel that pain, it immediately just puts them on hold to where they feel like, I can't take another step, or I can't move again, or it's going to hurt. That's just a temporary moment that you're going through. Everybody's going to feel pain. Everybody's going to feel something that hurts. Whether it's emotionally or physically, or even mentally. It's going to hurt in life, but the point of you going through it is not to allow that to bring you down. Every day we continue to go through any painful memories or moments in our lives, it's never fun to remember the heartbreaking day or the moment of your life where you either had lost someone, or you dealt with a bad breakup, or you might have had an experience in your life that you truly haven't gotten over. My apologies. But sometimes in your life, you got to understand the only way you can get stronger in the midst of those moments is by being able to let time heal over. Like I've always told you guys, both not only myself, but my brother and my sister, we all grew up differently. And not only that, but we all have the same similarities of, wait, we didn't have our dads in our lives. But you want to know what I learned a long time ago? I let that go. Because once again, there's one thing I've learned that I will never be, and that's an absent father to any of my kids. And if it's God's grace that I have children, hey, I'm all for it. But like I said, I will always grow to be different. Because I promise myself, as well as me as a man, I'm going to be there for my child no matter what. Now, I might not have had I might have had just on a little bit of a connection with him. And, he's suffering from his demons and things like that. But that's something he's going to have to deal with. I can't deal with that burden and continue to allow that to hold on to my life. That's why, like I said, I've grown past that. I still love him. And like I said, there might be somebody in your life that you might not have fully forgiven or truly gotten over the pain of what you've gone through as a child or as a kid or as a person in life. But at some point in your life, you cannot allow those moments to truly put you in a state of mind of being so hurt by what you've gone through to where it does not give you that push to understand you don't have to repeat a cycle that has already been going in full motion. But no matter what you do in life, as long as you're willing to do the opposite of it as well as change it, there's no telling what your life can be. You might not have had a lot of things going on for you, not even as of now. But those moments that you face and you deal with, they only intend to do two things. If they don't make you stronger, it's going to make you feel weaker, because you're continuing to allow those moments and those issues and those problems in life that you will continue to go through. You're only allowing it to weigh you down instead of building you up. And don't always feel like that you have to do things according to what people say about you. You don't always have to live up to other people's expectations. Only expectations that matter is yours. But no matter what you do in life, always understand, do things that make you happy. And I say that is because there's too much in this world that we continue to go through and not only do so. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. There's too many things in this life worth accomplishing and being happy to do instead of being comfortable doing the uncomfortable and unsatisfying things that continue to only bring more issues and problems amongst our lives. And the heartbreaking thing is there's so many people that prefer to do things that are so comfortable to them that they don't want to actually do things that are worth going forward with, because they feel like it's going to be even harder. So what if it's hard? Life is even harder. You might get hit with something unexpected and you think to yourself, this wasn't supposed to happen. You weren't going to get told that it would happen either. But it's how you pick yourself up from dealing with the situation. Think about it. People in the world who have cancer, they didn't suspect that was going to happen. Then God didn't tell them, hey, in a couple of weeks you're going to have cancer. He didn't have to tell them that. Or better yet, hey, you going to turn around and get, your liver going to get bad from drinking too much or smoking too much. He didn't never say that. Or better yet, you going to turn around and you going to lose your leg if you keep on putting more pressure on it. And next thing you know, you're going to have to get your leg amputated. And then think about it. When you go through it, you want to get mad. Okay, first and foremost, you didn't know this was coming, and neither did God have to tell you. But it was something that was unexpected. So sometimes in life, there are going to be a lot of unexpected moments in your life that you aren't going to be able to truly fix or have any control over. And think about it. You don't even have any control over it now. But all you can do is either go through the process, go through it, get stronger, get better. Because think about it. And I admire people, whether they do have amputated arm or amputated legs, but they still keep going. Those are true heroes. I say that every day, because those are individuals who might have gone through a moment in their life. They went through it, but they didn't curse. They might have went through it in a difficult time, but they had to look at themselves. Okay, now I'm different. I might not have a whole leg or a whole two legs, or I might not have two arms, or I might have only one hand. I might have one arm and my other arm's amputated. Or hey, I might not be able to walk, but I'm going to find better ways to maneuver so I can get better at it. Those people, I admire them, because they're not allowing things that they've gone through to now that where they were once being normal to being different now. They didn't allow those moments to define that their life will be this way forever. Now, yes, they've gone through some difficult experiences that they didn't suspect that was going to happen. But they did not quit. They did not say, you know what, this is me forever, so hey, I might as well go ahead and accept my life for what it is. I ain't got nothing better in my life. But do you know how many people who are disabled or who've gone through a lot of situations in their life, but they still continue to make their life worth living? So think about it. If somebody who's lost might have lost an arm or a leg, or both their legs or both arms, and they might have to have synthetic arms or legs to keep on going, because they saying to themselves, I can't stay in this situation forever, so I got to get stronger at some point in my life. I admire people like that. Is because those are the type of people that we should look at as true heroes and examples. People that never say, this is all I have and I don't have anything else because I don't have this. I've spoken about plenty of people who have gone through, moments in their life. For instance, I remember talking about Shaquem Griffin, the first NFL player to actually play with only one hand. That brother went from having a life, or unexpected moment in his life, in his childhood, where his hand did not, where he got one hand and his other hand did not deform to being a whole one like his other one, like his left or his right one. But yet he experienced painful, numbness in his, his amputated hand, where he had to get surgery removed, where he had to surgery to work on it, to where now he only has one hand. But that brother went to playing football with not only his twin brother, who basically still has two hands. Both of them are both playing in the NFL. But once again, even though his brother went to the NFL, he said, okay, cool, that's all right. I'm going to get my shot. I'm going to get my chance. So he did everything he could. But then sadly, the college he was attending, the first coach that was coaching that football team, the UCF, he wasn't getting playing time, or he wasn't able to show his abilities because of the coach. The coach didn't believe in him until the new coach, who became part of that football program, gave him an opportunity, and boom, that brother went out there and showed out and turned around and made that team undefeated, and they won a bowl for the university. Then he went from that to getting able to go to the combine, do what he needed to do, all with one hand. All with one. And then think about it. Now he's in the NFL, playing a sport that he loves. But the thing about it, he was blessed to play side by side with his brother again. If that's not a story worth talking about, as well as many more people in this world that do things that are far more different from people who do have all their limbs and legs, if that ain't something worth talking about, I promise you, a lot of people aren't seeing the bigger picture. It's that he refused to allow what he went through as a child and as a kid, as he continued to get older as a grown man. He refused to say no when life intended to turn around and put him in a state of mind of where, man, you only got one hand, you can't play in the NFL. So he let all of the naysayers, he proved them wrong. And that's something that we all have to do in this world. We gotta keep showing up and showing out, like I stated before in my last message before. You gotta show up and show out to show not only yourself, but show God, hey, whatever I gotta do, just let me get through it, Father, but don't forget about me. But think about it, he wouldn't forget about you even if he wanted to. Because you're his child. He knows what you're thinking. He knows your emotions. He knows your feelings. Like I said, right here, I could have stopped at year 1. But obviously I gotten this far because I chose to not say, hey, I'm only going to use Instagram. No, God opened my mind and my spirit to say, you know what? Let me give this a try. I'll never know what it's like to do this or be able to share my messages with the world besides through social media. So now look at me now. Once again, today marks my 2-year anniversary as a YouTuber. And I have not stopped. And I won't. And I will not. Because I got too many people that stand behind me. But not only just my Heavenly Father, but I got family and of course plenty of individuals that within heaven that will probably standing behind me as well, even though I might not have even gotten a chance to know them. But I can still feel as if, once again, they might see me spiritually and be thinking to themselves, wow, this is a brother or this is a man who's committed to something and he will not stop until he receives it. But then I got people in this household that stand behind me for me just to continue to wake up in the morning and accept my job as being my only opportunity to success. No, what I'm going through on that job is helping me to prepare for what successful things God has been opening the doors and opening my eyes to acknowledge. But if you don't understand why or where it is God has placed you, you won't be able to see and understand why you've been given the opportunity that you've been given. Reason why being is because you're so focused on making the money that you're not allowing, once again, to understand, yes, making money is very important. Your financial differences and being able to build your income and all of this and that, and you doing what you need to do, all it's going to do is to show those people in the banks and other people in the world to be like, hey, this woman or this guy, they're very responsible. They're always on time with what they need to do. They might not do it when they need to, but eventually it's going to happen. But they do what they got to do because of, once again, they're choosing to realize, hey, if I don't do this now, if I don't step up, then guess what? Any and everything else that I got going on for me or this feeling inside of me will not exist because I've chose to just say, you know what? I'm done. But you cannot say you're done when knowing that God has not determined you're completely finished with everything in life as well as living on this earth. But hey guys, enough of that. Hey, I do appreciate, everyone who got a chance to join, or even anyone who's wanted to join but did not get a chance to, or even still listening. I thank you all for your love and support. For I once again will continue to keep supporting you. Whether you really are a fan of what I do and you're a fan of my gift, thank you. And if not, hey, as I always say, it's nothing but love on my end. I don't allow negativity in my life because that is in the past where it needs to be with all the other negative things that I've gone through. But think about it. All the issues and situations, that negative feelings and whatnot that you've been going through, that's in the past too. Because guess what? If it has not, as that saying is, what don't kill you makes you stronger. If it has not taken you out of here yet, and it has not brought you to either the heavenly gates or the gates of hell, all that means is, once again, you have a life that has not completely been finished or has not completely met its match of being completely done. So, besides that, you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you all for your love and support. For I will continue to keep showing support to you all. And once again, whether you show support to me or not, hey, I still am proud of any and everybody out there that is going to the lengths of in life to be so much more than just an ordinary story that's being told. Because guess what? If you feel like your story is not worth being told, then guess what? No one's going to be interested in it. If you're not interested in it. If you feel like you don't have a story worth talking about, then nobody will ever know what you were capable of doing, because the only thing they will know of you is what you got so frustrated and angry with of not wanting to do something that, hey, all they can do, like, hey, I remember him or I remember her. All they did was complain, pout, mope, and always getting mad about stuff. So you know what? They didn't really have nothing going on for themselves. Is that what you want people to remember you as? But see, sometimes you gotta think about it. There's some people in the world who just don't care. And that's okay, but still, you gotta at least be confident in something. You can't just not care all the time. You got to at least care about something. At least something worth being happy. Because if you don't have anything worth being happy about, then yes, all you will do is not care. But you should. Because everybody in this world has something worth caring about. And it's not just me. But it's even those out there who finally made a name for themselves or have obviously gotten to the point in their life where, hey, they found something. But as always, guys, you all have a wonderful evening. And I will try to do everything I can tomorrow to get on here again. But I do have a good topic. If not tomorrow, then I guarantee you all I'm going to do everything I can Tuesday to do so. But besides that, as always, remain blessed. Continue doing your best. But then always, let God take care of the rest, man. Because he's getting ready to do so much for you. Not only now, but further and furthermore within your life and everybody else in the real world, man. Have a wonderful evening, man. Take care.